Okay.
Let's
I do
watch
have a
this
question,
video
though.
and let me know what you think about.
Okay, so as you said, this is for a friend, a question, because I don't want no injuries from this question that I do have. Why is it that we still have down low brothers in this LGBT community? And when there is a sister that experiences a down low brother, what is the healing process as well for her?
Welcome back to my channel, guys. If this is your first time seeing my channel, please do well to subscribe and turn on notifications.
I want to only answer the first one.
Like
I think we know why we have down low brothers. Of course, there is the men that haven't come to grips with who they are, right? So they're ashamed of themselves. They want to closet who they are. They might date a woman, marry a woman, so that society feels like they're doing the right thing, but inside, you know, they want something else. Another thing is, we don't, in the black community, we don't welcome LGBTQ. Let's be real, right? And so if a man does come out, even when the man come out and says, you know, I'm bisexual, I do like women, but I like men too. That's not.
They be like, he gay, he gay.
That's not something that we accept in our community. So that's the answer to that.
I wanna attack this question from a different. I understand that, and it's no shade to it, but it's like, for every woman that would wish and want that honesty, that's welcoming to it, that is open-minded to it, there's a woman on the internet calling a man sassy just because he has emotional intelligence. So my point is, these toxic traits that we enforce are carried by both genders. And so it makes it where a man feels like it's unsafe to be who he truly is. You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead.
And just for the healing process, that's a deep one. I can't say I've been through that one, but I can say that through the healing process kind of looks the same, right? It's you were lied to, you were betrayed, something happened to you, so now we have to say, okay, how can I step back from this situation? How do I self-reflect so that I don't put myself in that same position again? And how can I grow from this? That's with any type of trauma that you face throughout relationships, regardless of if you were cheated on, whether it was a man or a woman, right? But that's some deep shit.
Does it hurt more?
It hurts different.
Does it hurt
hurts.
more? Okay.
Yeah. So I've been in this position before, long time ago. It hits a different level of insecurity, and that's why I think that actually that situation is what taught me I'm not able to deal with cheating. I don't have the capacity to deal with cheating because it brought out the spirit of insecurity in me to the point where I was questioning everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything. And it wasn't like I found out on something where it was like, oh, you told me. No, I found out being nosy. I found out being sneaky.
Now, for the situation where like a woman wants to, or a woman doesn't want to be with a bisexual man. Mm-hmm. Now, is it because it does unlock those securities? Is it because we feel like we can't compete with other men?
I think by nature women are competitive, so I think it does turn into a competition thing. But I also think it because what we have normalized in society and what we have been taught that this is what a man does, this is what he represents, this is what he looks like, this is how he shows up. Right. That's what has been normalized to us. Is it right? Absolutely no. Is it okay? Absolutely not. Do we need to open up the box to allow men to explore sexually a little bit differently? If that's what they want to do, sure, why not?
Now, I just want to ask a question. This is rhetorically, or y'all can volunteer y'all answers if y'all want to. This is to the audience. So would it hurt more to find out that your man cheated with another man? Would that hurt more? Yeah. Now, my question to that is, and I don't want us to get too deep. I really don't want to get too deep, Keita. But is there a world where that view could be slightly homophobic?
You see the type of shit he asked me?
So the reason why I don't think that point of view is homophobic is because it's not. The reason why it hurt isn't based in homophobia. The reason why it hurt is like, damn, like that's something that sideswiped me that I wasn't thinking about. It hits you different. Like it's just something that you, like if you found out your girl fucked your cousin, your first cousin that's your best friend that you came up with, that's gonna hit different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
than finding out she fucked a nigga at the club. Finding out that your dude slept with someone, period, hurt. But to be like, damn, there was somebody that is even out of the sphere of what I thought you fucked with, that's a complete violation to my trust.
Now, what they say is though, not dating a man because he's bisexual, just because he's bisexual, is rooted in homophobia.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I don't know if it is.
I said they.
No, I know you said they. I know you said they. And you know what? because I got beat up in the comment section about this before.
Me too.
I hesitate having these conversations without a person to represent that viewpoint.
Right.
So because of that, we're not going to get too much deeper. But what I will say is the reason why I asked that question is because I think there are some people that would view a woman's thinking that it would hurt more or saying it hurt more as that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's true, false, right, or wrong. I'm just saying, like, we got our comfort zones and our boundaries, but is the reason we have certain comfort zones rooted in some sense of thinking that that's not right in our personal beliefs? So long story short, I don't want to get too deep. I just wanted to, you asked the question, I didn't. Thank you for your question, appreciate you. Let me get one of the first fella to come up and give me a question real quick.
This better be good.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
What's up, what's your name, what's your question?
Jadale, my question is, can you give me the pros and cons of people not posting their spouse or their significant other, their girlfriend or boyfriend?
I didn't hear the question.
The pros and cons of not posting your spouse on social media. Trill, because I just seen you post your beautiful wife. First of all, man, you know
Not
what?
too fucking much.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, no. Your family, you have a beautiful family. I never told you that. And so, do you think that there is a con, or if a man says, hey, I'm private, I don't want the world to know what I'm doing, this is the way I'm moving, do you think that could be a red flag?
I would think that could be a red flag if he's posting other things that he values, right? Because that's what a lot of men do. They'll say, okay, my relationship private, but he get that new car, he posting that. He get that new Rolex, he get that new jewelry, he posting that. New house, he posting
Come
that.
on.
But you can't post a woman you love more than anything in this world. That's a problem.
That's a good...
I have a question though. What is this thing with social media validation though? Why do we have to post our significant other? Why is that so important? Because that sounds more like it's external validation from social media. There are people who truly value privacy. I'm one of those people because I'm an autonomous person.
Right.
So although I love my husband out loud, I think everybody knows it. Anybody who follows me, you know that. I love Los out loud. But to protect my relationship, because there are haters, there are women and women that I have worked with who would go for married men because they see how they love you. So why is it such a problem, and why do we have to do it for social media? Because social media, and I'm going to use this term real loosely because I know we always talking about narcissism. Social media is narcissistic. Everything is driven by their ego. It's all about self-validation. What can I do? What can I show to be glorified? That's a problem. Why can't we just hold these things valuable to us and be private? I come from a family full of marriages. And it was not that social media business, and they are doing absolutely just fine.
Right.
So why do we have to have that? Why is that so important? I think more it should be the question is why is it so important to you? Because some people do that, they weaponize it against their significant other because of their own insecurities within themselves.
I agree with some people weaponize it, but to answer the question why it's so important, why is it so important to show any other aspect of your life?
Right.
So I think that we've normalized social media. For me personally, I do think it depends on the platform. Like Instagram, okay, yeah, that's the more whatever. But on Facebook, come on now, show your grandma who your girlfriend is. Stop fucking playing with me. Like show aunties and then what's going on.
Can I offer an alternative opinion? I always would say it depends. The reason why I say that, being a social media personality, I know how hateful it could be. I'm okay with somebody calling me a panderer or a simp and all this other bullshit they do on every one of my videos. Derrick Jackson Jr., just all this bullshit. Now, I get it. No, what I'm saying is, when you become a social media influencer, online people don't view you as a real person, so they talk about you like you're not a real person. And I'm used to those comments being about me, and I can deal with that. But now if I post my lady and somebody is saying not so great things about her in my comment section, I don't know how I would react like that. Yeah. So I think it's just positional, you know what I'm saying, and what people's comfort zones is. Like, you know, and so I think it would be, what's the reason behind it? I can also speak for myself. I don't post shit else but fucking videos and motivational shit. I don't never post no personal shit. And if I do, it's in my close friends because I fuck with y'all. Sorry, I don't really know y'all like that, so. But anyway, what's your name? What's your question?
Hey y'all, my name is Kishana, but I go by Tarzan. So my question is...
You go by who?
I go by Tarzan.
Tarzan?
Yeah.
I like that.
So my question is, can y'all stay in a relationship with somebody if they sharded during sex?
If they do what?
Sharded
Sharded.
during sex.
You was fucking and he sharded? So he's fucking, he or she.
It's a man.
So he was fucking and sharded.
No, wait.
I feel like that means it's good.
Was he getting
Good for
fucked
you.
or was he fucking?
No, he was fucking.
And he just shitted.
Yeah.
Baby, he had a little stomach virus. Get that man a break.
But would you stay though?
He had a
No, but
stomach
hold on.
virus. Go make him some chicken noodle soup and give him some crackers.
You asking us months after
That's a whole different violation.
You gotta go.
But he for sure owe you a new mattress. I'm not sleeping on this shitty ass mattress, nigga.
But you gonna stay together, right?
Huh?
But we can work this out.
Yeah, we can work it out.
We can work it out.
Hey,
Yeah.
can you, hey, fellas,
We can work it out.
fellas, can you imagine the nut he must have had in order to shit himself?
That's enough. That's
That
enough.
nut is a nut.
That's enough.
Hold on. I want that nut. Make me feel so bad I shit myself. Give me that nut. Ooh wee. Ooh. That nigga said, ooh.
What's wild is she waited 3 episodes to get that out. That's some shit there, boy.
It is some shit.
I see what you do.
What's your name? What's your question?
My name is Kennedy.
Hey.
And hi. And my question, I had a question at first, but I'm gonna change it. I'm here with my grandson's mother. And am I a traitor
No.
if let me finish because I'm gonna put you in it. We're good. If, as a young girl, losing my virginity at 19 to his father, that I was not the greatest mother in the world, and maybe I didn't do the correct thing, and he's not doing right now by her, am I a traitor by the fact that I side with her because?
So
What
hold
did
on,
you
hold on,
say? Wait, let me finish.
I got your
Because
question.
he didn't heal himself in the effed up shit
From the fucked up shit that you did to him. So y'all need to go see the lady together.
at 19.
Y'all need to go see the lady together.
I'm here with her, and I feel her, and I love her.
Okay.
And she's the best mom in the world.
All right, I got you.
And I'm
I
on
got
her
you.
side.
Right. Everybody look to your left and your right. Say shh. So I got the summation of the question. And it really boils to what I think you said in the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes you a traitor. And here's the thing. Sometimes loving someone correctly is understanding when that person is wrong, when they need to be held accountable, when that means that, yes, sometimes on this subject, I'm going to quote unquote side with someone else because I feel like they're in this situation, they're right. I love you both. But I feel like what we have sometimes is this loyalty thing that I think can override our ability to effectively discipline and set our own boundaries.
I personally think, yes, period, continuance. Let me tell you what makes you a traitor. You're not a traitor in the sense that you're helping another woman. You're not a traitor in the sense that you're protecting your family legacy and you helping your grandchild. You only are a traitor if you do not do the work to help your son heal.
Facts.
And you don't
Facts.
do the work to help him get to where he at because you admitted that you dropped the ball. If you don't pick that bitch back up and help him how to ball and teach him how to ball like he supposed to, that's what makes you a traitor.
I slightly got a problem, Trip.
I think I agree and disagree with where Randy is coming from. I agree in that I don't think you're a traitor for calling a spade, right? If your son is not doing right by the woman that he created a child with, it's nothing wrong with calling that out. Where I personally believe you got everybody fucked up is you damn near don't have the qualifications to be an ally.
I can understand that. I will give you that. I can understand that.
In this,
But wait a minute.
I'm not, because I'm not. let's continue because the crowd. I'm not here to town on you. Like you feel me?
No, you don't know.
What it boiled down to is that an ally is saying, you and I are coming together. We're choosing each other for a specific reason. Mm-hmm. We have an objective in mind. Your only objective with the woman that mothered your grandchild is your grandchild. All of this was about your son. If that's a grown man and he ain't doing the work to heal and X, Y, and Z, that's not your business. It's especially if you the one that caused the business.
I did.
So unless you finna go over there, unless you finna, hey, don't you trying to combat the crowd? You trying to combat the crowd? You don't have to rebut them. We talking. Unless you're about to go and do work with him and that's where I agree with Randy. Unless your allyship is going to result in him being a better man, sit down. If all you doing is pointing at your son and saying you need to do better, you need to step up, you not doing right by your grandbaby, well, you would know best why he not.
Right.
So perhaps check me out. Check me out.
Trip. You not wrong in the aspect of he grown. But I'm telling you as a mom that got 2 boys, if a woman come to me as a woman and say, hey, your son doing me dirty, I don't give a fuck how old he is, he gotta come see me. He has to come see me, and let me tell you why. Because, boy, I put my energy and my blood, sweat, and tears into raising you, and I know for a fact I did better than how you treating her right now.
But, no.
Wait a minute, hold on, wait.
I'm saying in the world, and what I was speaking from in regards to the allyship,
absolutely.
What I'm saying.
And that's why I'm like, I can agree with that, because, again, calling a spade, you never wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom is that type of woman, bro. I know if I fathered a child and didn't show up, my mom at my head immediately.
Absolutely. But she raised you.
My mama was also wild.
Yeah.
But wait, hold on.
Once she sit me down, it's a part of the conversation where I'm gonna have to tell her, you can't even give me advice on how to get the fuck out of here. So what are we talking about? You don't know how to steer me from this thing, and I'm not talking about.
So back to what I said in the beginning. You and him need to go see the lady.
So Kitty, do you have anything?
Together.
I do, because I think we took this a little more extreme than what it needed to be, because she didn't talk about exactly why there was a disdain between him and that woman. She never did say that. She just simply asked if she was a traitor for being here with that woman. Now, she did mention that she's sympathizing for that woman based off of her own experiences. She mentioned that, but she's also trying to figure out, is she a traitor because maybe she's disrespecting his boundaries? And let me go ahead and just come to this, because I think we took this a little more extreme. I don't know your son. I don't know what the problems are between him and that woman. I don't understand it. I understand where you're coming from. I'm going to say this, just like we want our boundaries respected as much as you sympathize for other people and you want to be involved with their situation because of what you have experienced, make sure that you are respecting your son's boundaries. That's the number one thing right there. We don't have to take it any further than that, because she never said he hated her. She never said that he was abusing her or nothing like that. She never even said that he wasn't present in his child's life. She just simply asked, was she a traitor? You're not a traitor. That's an extreme word to be using.
Clap it up. Thank you. I want to... The reason why I said we don't want to speak specifically to people's situations, we want to take that as motivation and talk about broader issues, because we wanted to make it universal. The one thing that I do see, though, is sometimes the grandparent becomes almost like the parent. Where in the absence, not saying this is her situation, let's just roll with me. In the absence of your child stepping up and actively being a father and our great mother, you now take that role. So now your relationship with the baby mother and our father is important. You know what I'm saying? So keeping that channel of communication open. So sometimes, and I get what you're saying, respecting that your son's boundary in her situation, but only if it's a healthy one and it's a reasonable one. Because what if that son, not saying it's hers, but what if that son isn't healthy, is absent?
How do we know if it's a healthy boundary based off of our own assessment? How can we make that judgment?
I'm saying it broadly. I'm broadly adding specificity. What I'm saying is, if that son's boundary is healthy and he is active, and otherwise in this situation, I can understand what you're saying. But there are worlds where that son isn't healthy, isn't actively involved, and she now steps in and becomes that other parent, and now that relationship with that baby mother is important.
And the way she painted the picture, that's what it sounded like.
That's what I was saying.
She painted the picture as, oh, I was 19, didn't really give a fuck, and da 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 da. Like that's the way the picture.
See,
was
I didn't
painted.
take it like that. I didn't read it all the way in like that.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I didn't take
okay.
it that way. I guess because I don't. One thing about me is that I don't take it to the extreme because I try to hear it, the full story, and I think in that sense we just took that a little too extreme based off of the context she was given.
I agree. I see what you're saying. All right, what's your name? What's your question?
I'm Shakur.
What is it, Shakur?
Shakur.
Period.
Shakur.
Like Tupac?
Hey.
All right, what's your question, brother?
Why do we have to beg our spouse for things that other people are willing to do for ease?
You know,
because you ain't get with somebody that wanted to do it. Next.
But the problem is already is that you making a comparison to somebody else. Why are you comparing your spouse to somebody else?
Bingo.
But we can't even get to the root of that question right there because you need to put the mirror in front of your face and ask yourself, why am I comparing the person that I'm supposed to love to somebody else? See, right there, that question was already disqualified because you stepped out of line. Look at him pulling the phone out slow. You gotta listen, Playboy.
I
was
think
it a comparison though, or was it a hey, in case you don't want to do this, somebody else can? The comparison, like to me, a comparison would have been, okay, my spouse don't suck dick as good as my ex. That would have been a comparison. Yeah, because you're comparing two people how they suck dick. Yeah. What he just said was, hey, my wife not sucking my dick, but I know a bitch over here that might.
Right, comparing.
Why you not sucking my dick?
But comparing.
He like, hey, this is
but I could be wrong. That's what I heard.
That's all I'm saying. Okay.
That's all I heard.
Now listen, ladies, I will say this. I don't profess to know every nigga, but most of us love getting our dick sucked. Now let me tell you what the problem is. Oftentimes we get in these relationships because we have a certain sex expectation, right? Because during dating, we were having sex on a regular basis. Maybe you was giving me the guac 3000 on a fairly regular basis. Now we get in a relationship, it's a lot of bonnet sex, it's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, half head, you just let the dick sit in the mouth, you ain't even doing shit. And ladies, I just want you to know, that's fucked up. It's fucked up.
Well, you know what else be fucked up?
See?
The fact that y'all be wanting y'all dick sucked and it be a little tangy and musty. That be fucked up too.
That's fucked up too.
Let's talk about what's fucked up.
Oh, no.
And you know,
deflection. Every time men bring up sex and the lack thereof in this relationship, it's always what we ain't doing, what we could be doing, and you ain't turning me on, all this shit. And I get that correctly. But I want to ask you this. Do you, and this is an answer, and you remember the cameras are on you, answer wisely. Do you want someone else to suck your dick?
Yes.
Yep. He about to get in trouble.
Yeah, he do.
He's trying to get him in trouble.
Get him, Kitty.
He's trying to get in trouble.
No.
Yes, he do.
Now, he said,
I mean, her mouth do be a little bit dry, so yeah, maybe.
Nah.
He know exactly who gonna do it. He know what time she'll do it. He know what way she'll do it. And he's waiting for his bitch to fuck up so she can do it.
Can I lay this out though? And I fall victim to it. I think we've all fell victim to this in relationships. Sometimes we do get comfortable, which means we're not mentally stimulating our partners. And I'm gonna call a spade, ladies, and I'm gonna speak from my male's perspective, and maybe a woman can speak from y'all's perspective. I think the way men are painted sexually is that we should be mentally turned on just because we get hard. My dick getting hard is just it's a function my body will do if you rub it. But that don't mean mentally you turn me on, you got me in the mode. So what I'm saying is, are you mentally doing foreplay with your husband or your spouse or your partner? Are you sending him text messages throughout the day? Are you catering to his needs? Are you getting him in the mood? And then vice versa, are we doing that for our women? And so oftentimes what it comes is, and ladies, I don't care what nobody fucking say, scooting your booty on me ain't foreplay.
It is for me.
Fuck it is.
It is for me.
No, it ain't. It ain't fucking foreplay.
That's a good point. Me putting my booty on my husband is like when the man threw the hat in the sky. Nigga, you know what time it is. That's the best signal. You about to get some coochie.
That's lazy shit. Trill, you don't think that's lazy foreplay then? God damn.
I mean, definitely, bro. Like, again, like, men value intimacy, too. I think that's what we missing in this shit. Like, we value intimacy. We value you doing things specifically for us that you don't benefit from.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of women get in relationships and they just, like, forget the nigga that you chose.
You know what's wild, though?
Hold on. Wait.
Okay, go ahead.
Because, again,
go ahead.
See that? That's what
what you be talking about. That's the shit you be talking about. Go ahead.
Right, but now, I think, again, like, you gotta remember the nigga you got with. When you got with me, you remember how many women was chasing after me back then. Yeah. Right. So again, you need to treat that man every day like those women are still chasing him, especially if he's doing what he's supposed to be doing in that relationship. He taking care of you, he covering you, he raising your kid correctly, giving quality time. He ain't one of them niggas that go to work and just get in the bed and lay down. All right, baby, you got the rest of that shit. He coming home, reading to the kid, helping the kid homework, all that shit, taking care of you, making sure your mental stability is where it need to be at. So again, it's a lot of women out here it's a lot of women that act like it's not a lot of men out here doing that, and there are. And those men need to be taken care of, but unfortunately, a lot of women drop the ball in that aspect.
You mind if I just a quick piggyback? Hey fellas, bro, if you on your square, if that's the qualifier, if you're on your square, don't be out here begging no woman to see your value, dog. Now I'm not talking about debating with women and beating women up for not deeming you or whatever, you feel me? I mean genuinely, G. If a woman not going for what you, and you prove your worth every time, like you really step about who you say you are, bro, don't beg no woman to see your value. Whether it's sexual, whether it's emotional, whether it's spiritual, like Trill saying, like I know I'm valuable. It's a lot of women who validate that. And shorty, if you don't see the value in what I bring to the table, I'm not about to sit here and argue with you. They waiting for me over there.
And I think you should go get them.
And no, literally, rather than try to make her what I want, right. I'm gonna go see what they talking about.
And I think you should.
You trying to?
And I ain't never been with a man who's done everything that he needed to do that I didn't want to sleep with. That's the thing. You sit up here and you said like the men need to be emotionally stimulated. You need to care about the mental, but. Not once do we say, why doesn't she want to sleep with me? Why doesn't she want to give me this intimacy? Like, why is this happening? Because we completely dismiss postpartum. We completely dismiss depression. We completely dismiss hormonal. A woman don't get with a man and say, I'm not going to fuck him. I don't ever want to sleep with him again. I don't want to suck his dick. That's not what goes down. So are we caring about that woman's mental health as well?
No. We definitely caring about that woman's mental health. But again, when that argument is made, and that's why that shit rubs me the wrong way, because we act like men not out here going through shit too.
Exactly.
Man out there working his ass off to provide that lifestyle that you enjoy so much, that bag you like to buy, that car you like to drive, all that shit like that. I'm busting my ass to make sure that you have the lifestyle that you need. So I'm going through shit too. But the difference is, I don't get to use that as no excuse not to please you.
Okay.
Not to please you. So on the opposite end, again, I'm not saying that men, don't have no understanding for that, be selfish. Because of course, women go through shit that men could never understand, right? But all I ask is that the effort and the intention is there. And a lot of women drop the ball on that shit and just chalk it up to, life got in the way. I don't want to hear life got in the way because I don't get to use that excuse myself.
It sounds like what the foundational issue there is discommunication. Like if your capacity is beyond something that you can help your partner with right now, you need to communicate that. If your partner is not feeling fulfilled, she needs to communicate that. It sounds like the foundation of all the disconnects is just talking. Talk to each other.
I want to offer a point though, and it's back to what you were saying. I've heard from a lot of men, not saying I agree or disagree, is that in relationships the goalposts keep getting moved. You found me, you like me, you married me for who I am now. Your root of your displeasure is I don't grow in a way you don't want me to grow in, or I grow in a way you do, or whatever the case may be. And it's like what I start to do and what you were attracted to becomes ordinary now. Now I'm no longer Superman, I'm Clark Kent. And the same things I was doing are less impressive, and now you're less satisfied. So my point is like, yo, there are men working, providing all the same things that you liked in the beginning, but because he's not elevating at a rate you want him to elevate in, that becomes the source of dissatisfaction. So I want to just provide a space for that here to understand or maybe talk about. I know we at the end of the episode, but maybe this is something we can talk about on our next podcast, but I think that is the truth.
It definitely is the truth. Space for that, for sure.
All right, now listen. I know we got a couple extra. How many people in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cowboy. What's your name?
Elise.
Elise, can you go to my table, get $50 real quick, just for your patience? I'm gonna take him as my last question, okay?
Get that bread, Elise. Get that bread, baby.
I'm sorry, girl. Get your bread, girl. I just don't want you to feel like I neglected you. I'm sorry. All right, what's your name? What's your question?
My name is Jamil Patterson.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and on Instagram I go by. No. Don't get it twisted though. Don't get it twisted.
Yup, he want us to stream his mixtape.
That's how the world goes. You know what I'm saying? You know they.
All right, what's your question, boss?
I tell my name. My name is Jamil Patterson. That's for everybody for the know.
Mm-hmm.
And now my Instagram go by Astro Artist JP.
All right, what's your question?
Now, on top of that, what I want to say to y'all is that for Trey and for Keita, y'all are the main ones that I really paid attention to as far as in this whole.
You just gave away $50 for nothing, nigga.
I know, god damn.
But listen, hey look.
God damn.
Hey look. Listen, bro, pay attention to it.
What's your
because
question?
listen, everybody been drinking and everything else.
What's your question?
My question is to y'all is that, well, on top of.
She said, take the 50 back.
Hold on, all right. What's your question?
My question to y'all, man, is that, you know, well, let me ask what I want to say on top of the question, because I've been waiting all the night. You know what I'm saying?
Brother,
we got to get to the question.
We literally at the end of we need your question.
Okay, well, the question is.
All right.
Okay, I got
brother,
you.
I got what?
Go ahead.
Can you get?
Go ahead. No. You come back.
Hold on, brother. We.
Okay, I got you.
What's your question?
My question is, what do you guys think about as far as what you guys going on for the night and what y'all seen tonight?
Right,
Hold on.
Question.
Hold on.
Your question, boss.
Hold on.
Hey, brother. No, I'm sorry. You good? Let me get my sister. All right.
Do I got enough?
Hold on. No,
do I got time after this? After this?
Go on. Let her answer the question.
Y'all ain't trying.
All right. Appreciate you, boss.
Nah, y'all ain't. You got. Listen. Sometimes. Hold on.
Hey,
let her get that off.
For one, I'm gonna give it to her. I'm gonna give it to her.
And
I'm gonna send that to my auntie, y'all.
Y'all are turned. What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Ace Metaphor, and this is the Tonight's Conversation Podcast live in turnt ass Memphis type. Make some noise! All right, listen, we got our first question. What's your name? What's your question?
Hey y'all, my name is Yoshi. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, East Side, all day, every day. My question is, okay, so I just got a relationship. So I post something on Facebook and I said, why do people think they gotta heal after a breakup? MF, I ain't injured, next. Is that a problem?
That's concerning.
I didn't want to curse.
That's concerning as fuck.
Why you feel that way? Why you feel that way?
Why I feel that way? Well, it depends on how deep into that relationship you are, right?
All my relationships are deep. Don't mean to cut you off. All my relationships were deep, but like, hey, it didn't work out, so next.
All right, so okay, let's talk about that. Do you think though, and thank you for your question. Do you think that there are? So you said that's concerning. Do you think that that's because that maybe this reaction isn't a genuine one, and it's maybe covering up some hurt that did happen from a breakup?
That's
it's called
exactly
a breakup.
what I feel.
So maybe it was some injury from the breakup. Do you think that's
exactly
true?
What I feel. I feel like healing is a long, strenuous process. It takes self-reflection. You're gonna cry. You're gonna get triggered 2, 3, 4 months, sometimes years down the road. Healing is a difficult process. So it's not the one that you wanna go through, right? So it's easy to say, oh, on to the next one next, but sometimes we gotta reflect, like, hold on, how many necks you gonna have, right? Until you find.
Until I get to the one I'm trying to get to.
Until you get to the one, right?
Period.
But maybe we can't get to the one because we have not healed from everything that we've experienced in our past relationships.
And
I would just want to say that you would have to at least figure out what the reason was that y'all broke up. If y'all just broke up solely based on the fact that this nigga couldn't spell, no big deal. Go fuck somebody else. If y'all were in something, whether it be long or short, and actual trauma happened, or there was something inside of that relationship that was foundational that did not work out, you might need to go check on that shit. But if it's just a general, like, a nigga I don't like you, then absolutely fuck him.
It also doesn't sound like it was a genuine relationship. Like, it sounds like this might have been somebody you met and you were dealing with because you were together for a week. Like,
nah, she said all her relationships are deep. That's what you said, right?
They are.
So,
I'm genuine, I'm honest.
So
I didn't say a week. I didn't even say a day or time. No, I didn't.
No, she said all her relationships are deep.
Yeah, not weeks.
Meaning you love
I'm with somebody else now after.
I'm gonna say this. I want to respond to something you said. I get it though. I get it. Next, I get it. Until the next one is that right one, but you the wrong one for him because you ain't healed. So now you bringing them toxic traits. Because here's the thing. When you get in those relationships for so long, and I hate using this word, sometimes we normalize dysfunction. So now when we get into a healthy relationship, we don't relate to it because it's not dysfunctional. So what I want people to do is, look, heal. And healing doesn't mean that you necessarily were broken, but sometimes healing from a relationship, to Richie's point, is learning the lesson from it. Learning what you could do better. That don't mean you broken, but that means that, hey, I could have did this better. Right. I need to look for this next time so you don't repeat the mistake. Right. Now, Trill AC, I gotta ask you a question.
Sure.
Who handles breakups worse? Men or women?
I say men definitely handle it worse because we don't really factor in the effect that it had on us. Like, we be feeling like, okay, the relationship over with, we can just go to the club, get on these hoes, and be right back in the game. You see what I'm saying? But that relationship, it really and truly did a lot of damage to us, and we don't really see it until we get into the next relationship and we damaging her because we didn't heal from what we just left. So I think men don't really take the time to really take in everything that went wrong in a relationship and actually work toward it. But women, they sit in it. They think about it, it eats at them, they figure out what they did wrong, and they typically, again, we talking to the mature, typically don't repeat that mistake again for the mature women.
Let me refocus something. Do you think, true or false, a lot of fuckboys are just broken men that haven't healed yet?
Yes, absolutely. But that's the truth. But the other unfortunate truth is they are choosing not to heal. All of us, I'm not gonna make this a gender war, but overall, when it comes to the journey of healing, black women are leading and intentional about it, right? I feel like women empowerment is everywhere. I don't see many men empowerment events, so we need to get back on that. No?
Leading what?
Leading as far as, when I say leading, I mean as far as being intentional about our healing journey. I see a lot of women being intentional about that versus men, because I don't, like I said, I don't see events with y'all doing stuff. I don't see y'all talking about healing at the basketball court.
Y'all boss brunches ain't no fucking healing.
Richie, Trip, what's your thoughts?
I don't say this to antagonize, bruh. I don't. Because usually I'll be standing just outside of women's business. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like to get in y'all business like that. But what I see a lot more of than anything is validation. I don't know if validation always equals work. I think women are doing a great job at seeing one another and recognizing the commonality amongst their struggle. But
okay, so let me close it down some. My circles and the women that I see moving and doing the work, I see a lot of women being intentional about the work. So I figure we're not on that path by mistake.
But I hate to do the whole women and men thing too.
That's why I said I didn't want to make it a gender
people
war
that don't
thing
want
in
to do
that
the work
conversation.
don't do the work.
Exactly.
Period.
But I think it's deeper though, and I don't want to harp on it, but I think the work a man is more appreciated for in society is the work he does secularly, financially, the work he does as a quote-unquote leader amongst his peers. That work is rewarded, whereas work internally or emotionally from women are awarded from the opposite sex and vice versa. So when you're saying men aren't doing the work, you're meaning in spaces where oftentimes they're traditionally not valued in the dating market.
And we've talked about this before, so let's bring it up again now that we're all in a very healthy mental space.
Okay.
How do we change that subscription that men have subscribed to because of what society has forced them to subscribe to? And he knows exactly who I'm asking.
Well,
everybody else be quiet.
Because he's gonna answer the question in the same face. I do believe.
I think he's in a different space where he can answer it because he knows I'm asking from a genuine space, right? For sure. Here we go.
Can I say something though?
Girl, no, we've been trying to heal on this for 3 months, baby. Come on.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get 2 seconds real quick, and I got you. No, so I don't want to speak for you. So if you have something first, you can go first. But if not, I got it.
I'll be quick.
Okay.
I think I don't want to get too political because this isn't necessarily the platform for that. I think us as black people have to genuinely start questioning where our ideas come from. I mean, we have to start asking ourselves very tough questions about why we think black men are supposed to be a certain thing, about why we think black women are supposed to be a certain thing. I get where people are coming from because if you've never been outside of the narrative, it gets hard to have a discussion outside of it, right? But even the tradition that we quote unquote stand on, that's not ours either. I'm not trying to get up here and talk hotep with you. I'm really just trying to talk facts. That if you are a descendant of slaves, your moral fabric was forced upon you. What you measure men and women by was forced on you. The notion that you had of village, of being communal, of collectively raising the kids in your village, of there being no separation of powers between men and women, but instead a recognition of a difference in power, that's tradition that you had. This notion that a man is above and superior, this notion that a woman is supposed to be docile and meek and only make a home, bro, that don't belong to you. That man, woman, a gender non-conforming, I don't care who subscribed to it, and I'm not telling you can't. But if we're ever going to move past what it's doing to us, then you gotta be honest about where you got it.
Oh, that's a good one.
Thank you, Trip.
Thank you for your question. We're going to get a couple more questions. Thank you for your question, all right? We got a couple. All right.
My name's Shantanese.
My name's Rodney. Okay, what's your question?
We've been together about almost a year, and we have a stepping stone we're trying to cross.
Okay.
And it's y'all been tapping into our question, so we need to get a little deeper. Men having the gender role as feelings as a woman, and I have the feelings as a man. I never dated a woman, so I don't know how that is. But he's a little softer than I am. And I tell him this okay. it's okay because we're going to figure it out. So if
Hold on.
Let her get it out.
Let my queen speak.
Let her get it out.
I'm so disappointed in Memphis right now. All right, hold on. Look at your left and your right and say shh.
My statement always is we gonna figure it out. So just because you're a little softer than how I grew up, it's because I'm a black woman. I'm 31 with 3 kids. I started off a little young because that's the trend of my family.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
Are you happy in this relationship?
Hell yes.
So what the fuck does it matter?
No.
Look,
What I want to ask is, he don't think it's okay because he's taking the statement, no, you know what, I'm a man, I got to deal with it. No, just because you feel a certain way.
All right, now, hold on. Let me ask him. You step to the mic now.
All right, let him talk.
Yes.
Are you happy in this relationship?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right then. Now, let me preface by saying this, and I'm gonna get y'all involved. Here's the thing. There are many ways to get to 10. 5 plus 5, 3 plus 7, 6 plus 4, 10.
Just don't hurt yourself. You're doing good.
Plus 0.
Keep the fucking momentum.
You had enough. That's enough flashcards for the day, brother. That's enough flashcards for the day.
Carry the
Who
one.
got a calculator? Here's my point. If the goal is to find a soulmate, not a body mate, not a gender mate, and I'm not speaking to nobody, but if the goal is to find a soulmate that's compatible for you, what difference does the sum of the numbers mean if it equals happiness? So my point to you is, if you guys balance each other out, then fuck what everybody else is thinking.
Period.
But I will say this.
Period.
There are periods in your relationship, though, that just by your statement seems like there can be a struggle and a dynamic here and there. And I want grace on both sides for this. Just like you're asking grace for how you were raised and the things that you went through, it got to be grace on the other side. Trip?
Just something a little practical to take with you. Okay. Because words matter. You perhaps being raised in a way to where you don't always... Matter of fact, let's do this. What you're calling having more masculine feelings, I can almost guarantee you're taking the negative stereotypes associated with men and not being able to process and express emotion. When you're talking about him having more woman-like, you probably talking about him just being a dude that's a little more in tune so he can feel a little bit more. You feel me? Like, and that's a part of the problem is we start to gender feelings. And we know as a man, anytime you associate it with anything womanly, feminine, or whatever, that's a shot at your manhood. Right. Under the current system that we under, as far as how we view manhood, anything less than 100% masculine is now an indictment on your manhood. Don't call that man's feelings feminine. He's a human. When you're struggling with your feelings, you're still a woman, love. Like you just a woman that's struggling to express it. Don't make you more manly. It don't make you more rough. It means that there are skills that you need to develop. Words matter, bro. Don't get caught in this battle of trying to be more woman or more man. You feel me?
Clap it up, 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 clap it up.
I also think part of the question that I personally heard was, as an alpha woman, how can you be more submissive to your man?
Right. That's it too.
Yes.
So let me go ahead and answer that question for you.
Feminine is too hard.
I'm not. That's why I made the. I know. I'm not even on that because I feel you. I got you. As an alpha woman, I had to be very intentional about being softer for my man and to my man. I had to remember that when problems arise or situations arise that I don't necessarily agree with or I'm not seeing eye to eye with, the situation is the problem, not my man.
Right.
So I'm very intentional about my words with him. I'm very intentional about how I handle him because as much as I want to be handled with care and with love, so I handle him with care and with love. And I don't, it's been baby, I think you know that I'm a very strong and boisterous woman, so this shit ain't always easy, you feel me?
I think it's... Sometimes
you gotta take a break to walk away for a second to get yourself together, because you know that the level you on right now is gonna get disrespectful. Sometimes you have to let me take myself back and let me go in the room for a second, let me go for a walk, because I don't wanna handle you in the way that I know I'm about to handle you right now. Yeah. Let me do the work for myself. So just be very intentional about how you talk to him. Be very intentional about it. And remember, before you talk to him in a manner, would you want to be spoken to that way?
Okay.
And real fast, I'm gonna be fast, Ace. It's real important that, and I'm not sure if I heard this word, but if I did hear soft, it's real important that when y'all hears key words, that you put that word and then you go under there and understand what that means as far goes the list of what soft could mean. Compassion, empathy, thought-provoking as far goes what your actions do to other people, so on and so forth. Y'all ran into niggas who literally can't feel. The only thing bro can feel is when he's coming, and the notion that. Come on, Richie. And the notion that a man can go just a bit. A notion that a man can come in here, come inside of himself or outside of himself for that matter, and express something that we are literally taught not to do so. The first time my mama punched me in my nose when I was 7 because she thought I was doing something, bleeding like a motherfucker. I'm crying in her face. She told me quit crying and go clean that shit up. From that point on, I knew for a fact I couldn't cry in front of her. It altered me for that matter. If a man is still in that space where he can operate outside of what they've taught us not to do, respect it. There's 1,000 of us who can't.
You know, hold on, I want to say this, and I'm going to get you in this, all right? But I want to say this part, and this, again, is my personal story. I'm not speaking this on anybody else. It's my personal story. I relate to you. I have trouble expressing my emotions with women, or I've had trouble. And when I've took a dive into why it is that way, is the same reason. The first woman I loved was my mother, and I wasn't allowed to express emotions in front of her. When I expressed emotions, I was told to man up, don't cry, boys don't do this, etc., etc. I was chastised and given more discipline for being emotional about something than me holding it in. So it hurt a lot less to cage my tears than to release them, because if I did, I would get in trouble, I would get beat, because she had to toughen me up. Now I understand she raised me in the hood. She raised me without a dad, and she feared that if she didn't get this together, I wouldn't be tough enough for the world. But inherently, if the first woman I loved, I couldn't show emotions in front of, then now in my adult life, that may explain why I can't express emotions in front of the women I care about. There are times when I'm open to cry in front of my boys, but not necessarily my girl. And I'm just saying it's a deeper thing there. And that's why I said I don't want to put this on other people. But sometimes we talk about mama's boys, right? Y'all don't want to date them, right? But hold up, let me finish. You know what I mean. I'm not talking about the one that you know, right? But what's creating that sometimes is the person that raised that man. We talk about men that are emotionalists, but what created that was that person that raised that brand. Now, I'm not speaking this on everybody, but what I'm saying is sometimes I feel like there's a space where women, some, hear my words, I'm dancing carefully.
I'm on your ass. No, I'm just kidding.
Are creating women, some single mothers, some women are creating the very things that they say that they don't want in dating.
Absolutely. But why that happens is because a woman cannot teach a boy how to be a man, right? And so when you sit up here and you raise a child, you try to instill these lessons into him. Okay, don't cry because I want you strong for the world. But that father should be there to teach that child, that son, right? What showing your emotions, what being affectionate, how you can do this as a man, and how that looks for a man to do. We cannot do that.
Now, let me ask you this, AC. Is there what space, we don't necessarily have to compare in this situation. We just want to highlight do you think that the role that fathers play is being minimized in this society? Like there's not enough importance placed on fathers actually being involved, whether or not it's their reason or whatever reason, whoever's fault, but because there's a lack of male presence in households, do you think that that's affecting how men are being raised and how they are treating women during dating?
I don't mean, but I feel that's true. I'm right here in front of you.
Oh, shit! Nigga, I thought it was God. I was about to look up. Nigga, I said, is that God? Nigga, I said God? I was confused as fuck. Richard, God, are you in the room with us, nigga? Nigga, hey, nigga,
It's a good time to come down and let these Memphis niggas know, Lord.
I thought this nigga threw his voice over there.
You don't understand. Bro,
I'm with you. I was terrified.
I cannot wait till you send us that clip.
All right, I'm gonna get your rebuttal. Let me get his answer, and I'll let you get the last word. All right.
Yeah, man. I think it's being minimized because it's so common. I think that a lot of us grow up in households to where it is no father, right? So when I'm out in the world, I feel like, well, my mama did it. She raised us by herself, so I mean, I should be able to do the same thing. And as men, my daddy wasn't there, so I ain't gotta necessarily be there. You see what I'm saying? But again, when you go out there and you have that mindset, you're already creating broken homes before you even get into it. A father is absolutely goddamn necessary in the household. You need that balance, bro. And that's like, it's not enough stock put in there. That's why a lot of dudes out here super emotional, ready to shoot somebody over an argument, ready to crash out over nothing because they didn't have that father in the household to keep them level-headed, to, hey, sit your ass down. Hey, this is how you process shit when you stressing and things like that. All they had was their mama. And a lot of times, women, I love y'all, but y'all could be a bit emotionally irrational. Yeah. Right? So if I'm a man and I'm growing up in that household, I'm gonna be way more likely to replicate what I seen. Yeah. And that's what a lot of men are out here doing. And again, that's the problem.
I'm thank y'all for y'all question. All right, I don't want y'all to have to stand.
We appreciate y'all and good luck.
Now listen, I want to say this part, and again, I know I'm saying some things from my personal viewpoint. I'm not presenting them as fact. Right. Just hear me out. Even when it comes to how I and people I know were raised by single mothers, the verbiage that were used towards me, and the people like me, it's you're the man of the house, you my little man, it's just me and you. Those verbiage I don't feel like would have been told to me, and those expectations wouldn't have been placed to me if my mother had a male figure in the household. I feel like the things she wanted to do with a man, devoid of that, she did with me. And because of that, I think it created this unhealthy reliance on her. And it's weird. I don't know if you guys relate to that or anything, but it's a place where now in my relationships I had to relearn or de-learn the fact that this woman that I'm dating is not my mother, and I can't expect her to be.
You know what else though is that it actually makes you feel guilty to love another woman. Because you don't want to let your mama down because, like, let's just be honest, a lot of dudes is the man of the house at 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
Right? So you've been basically taking care of your mama, taking care of your siblings, and then you leave the household, meet you a dope woman, and you want to actually go out there and give her an honest chance at a relationship, but you can't do it because you're guilty in the mind. Like, I don't want to leave my mama hanging. So now I can't connect with this great woman like I should be able to, because there's so much pressure for me to provide on this end as well. So it's a lot of men out here struggling from that, and it's not fair. We're gonna keep.
I hate that for y'all. Like, y'all don't get opportunities to just be kids and just kick it and dang. And y'all talk about it a lot, but like just to continuously hear these stories and they just get deeper and deeper and deeper.
But what I would
really
like to see more is men sharing those stories.
I love it. I do.
And men holding other men accountable, but not in a sense of, criticism, but you are allowed to express yourself. You can talk to me about this. I think Trill said it the other day, like, when a man shows his emotion, his homeboys will be there like, shut your bitch ass up. I mean, that's exactly what he said. I was quoting. So if these men could be there and show up for other men, I think that would be helpful too.
I do think what's happening here, especially on social media, why we are in a sense on agenda wars, because everything that's happened is new. You never see daddy online arguing with other women, random women at that, about how they should be in their household and so on and so forth. So the conversations that are being seen in front of everybody and of course are being had are somewhat in a sense brand new. As men, number one, stop arguing with women online, nigga.
Please.
But as women, stop every time a man expresses emotions or say something, like expresses emotions in real time, calling him sassy sugar or questioning his sexuality because you don't have the capacity to process his emotions and yours. Because
as women, y'all sat there and not, of course, y'all wasn't taught that, but we were taught this, but y'all sat there and watched the same patriarchy that was built in for us and that we were thrusted into. So when y'all see men in a feminine nature, y'all refer to it, of course, as sassy, gay, so on and so forth. This is just a nigga with feelings. Like, we have those, and we weren't allowed to show them, which means y'all weren't allowed to see them. The first time you see a nigga cry, you 26 years old, you like, this nigga's a bitch. Well, no. I'm actually just a person. But of course, if we're all indoctrinated in the same thing, then we don't know any, of course, other words. What Tripp said earlier. This is all new to us. So just, of course, as what Ace say every fucking time, give each other grace. We are people. We are learning, and I don't know any of you niggas. So calling me sassy online is gonna be bad for you.
I got a question though, because I just want to see something. How many of the ladies out here would be turned off if they saw their man cry? Like clap. Okay, so only 3 of you.
But see, that's the thing right there. As a man, as a man, that happens, and then it gets flipped on you.
Can we? I just want to come from like two. I don't want to say factual because I don't have numbers in front of me, but I want to come from 2 positions that I would like people to consider. When we talk about fatherless households, a lot of times we try to scapegoat the effects of that to men, as if a father not raising his children doesn't affect all of the children regardless of their gender.
Absolutely.
The reason I bring that up, if I have not had a man to show me how to refine whatever version of manhood we subscribe to in my house, then you also have not seen a man interact with your mother and respect her feelings. You have not ever, if you subscribe to traditional patriarchy relationship, then you've never yielded to the authority of a man. You've never practiced trusting the leadership and authority of a man. So you are just as clumsy as me for different reasons, right? And then thing two to just take with you, black men, if you hear, we need to start stepping into into the lives of these young boys. Suicide rates shot up over the pandemic, and black boys was amongst the highest spike. Our black boys are factually not okay. We can do the things, if you one of them dudes online that like to badger women about what the men they picking and they need to make better choices, I want to let you know that if you are not stepping into the lives of these young men to also alter the course of their lives, then you are just as bad as the men that she picked. My G, a part of what actually makes you a man is not your ability to control women and get them to yield to your program. A major part of what makes you a man is your standing in your community. If your community does not know you, if you have reach and the ability to get to young black boys and you don't, now we got to start talking about your manhood for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's one thing for us to continue to be theoretical on the internet about how black boys should be raised and the type of men that they should become and all of that. That's cool. But again, our boys are factually dying. There's nothing theoretical about those statistics. Right? So let's get off the internet. Let's stop arguing with women in the comments. Let's stop making single mothers out to be the bad guys as if fatherlessness is not a rising epidemic in America regardless of what race you are. Right. Let's stop the bickering and let's actually intervene because our children are not well. We as adults, that's one thing, right? We got a little bit more life experience, a little bit more control. I would even say a little bit more autonomy. Our children did not ask for these circumstances. They did not ask to have no support system. And while we argue, while we make enemies of each other, guess who we leave vulnerable? Kids. Our babies are not well. So fellas, I stay out of women's business. I don't know what y'all doing on that side. But before we approach them and get to arguing with them, let's make sure we okay. Let's make sure our ducks in a row, bro. Like as men, cool, again, we can support each other. We can do the strong thing if that's what you want to continue to do, but don't put that on these little boys. Don't continue to put this broken version of manhood on these boys. Like, I'm not saying I'm not against the masculinity, whatever, bro. If that's your shit, that's your shit. I'm just saying teach somebody. Teach somebody. We can't continue to send these boys out into the world to try to guess what manhood is, leaving nothing but destruction in their path while they figure it out, bro.
Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. And that's been another